Start the recording.
Give Joey all the reasons why he should not be watching Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who.
It's the first comment task.
Who is it?
Who is it? It's just the Doctor.
But
no, it's just the Doctor.
Why does he love phone booths so much?
I don't know.
It's
it's
weird.
Also like, so he's hiding in a phone booth. It's not a phone booth. It's a police box.
Yeah.
So it was a box.
There's a far better
that is.
Entirely made to call the police.
That's
the only thing you can do it.
There's a far better use of a phone booth in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah.
And even The Bogus Journey, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true. Dude, such great movies. Oh man, I need to watch those.
So I opened up my Facebook before we went live because I was going to share this and I haven't shared it yet. Sharing is caring. Share it. But anyways, the first thing in my newsfeed is a deadly superbug is spreading across the U.S. as drug resistance grows. Researchers warn.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel? What kind of feelings does that arise in you, Dallas?
Not any good ones. It's almost like social media is trying to disciple us with fear.
Yeah. It's like that whole thing is built. It's not that it's like true or false. It's more that it's like the way that it's built is
the way they phrase it, and everything is intentional. They're trying to spark an emotion in you. I think that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like we're addicted to fear or something.
Almost like it. I heard someone say that once.
Yeah. Anyways.
And a bunch of tough people are like, no, I'm not. And then they went home and scrolled Facebook for 2 hours.
Wow. Yeah, and I think just in the
Chiefs are moving states.
The climate of COVID, like those posts mean something different now than they did 7 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a Sharon now, and then I'm going to get out of this.
Dallas, are you a Spurs fan?
I am a Spurs fan.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know this?
Yeah. It's basketball. I don't even watch basketball.
Well,
I should.
You should,
but I don't.
It's good.
I hear it's good. I really like how LeBron James has been doing football.
That's a cuss word.
Makes me laugh.
Oh, good.
Because he plays football. So
yeah, there it is.
He's the guy to do it.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So true.
Have you ever made a graphic and you're like, this totally looks like something, and then it doesn't? People are like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Maybe
because when I look at the Spurs graphic, I go,
is that a football goalpost? That's what I thought.
Oh no,
first.
it's a
spur. It's just missing the.
Well, I know now.
Yeah, it's a spur.
San Antonio. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's missing.
See, I didn't even know they were from San Antonio.
Maybe maybe we're just not versed in Texas.
Yeah,
Texas.
Yeah.
But
I'm more of a football guy.
I'm pretty sure that I've seen that graphic before, but it's not super familiar to me.
Mark has a shirt, and I tell him every time he wears it, it looks like a Spurs logo, but it's a Superstart shirt. And I'm pretty sure that someone that works there must be a Spurs fan.
But they just took the star.
They just took the star, not the holder.
Yeah.
Not the holder. It's like an exclamation point, but with the spur on the end.
Yeah.
I keep seeing these videos of this guy, and he's writing a song.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah, and he's like playing it.
Yeah.
And then it's like an already made song.
Yes.
And I love that. It's good.
So funny.
Because if you've ever tried to
screams.
write a part for something and you're like, oh, I like this progression, and then you realize, oh, it's
so many lawsuits have happened like that.
Yeah, which is crazy too.
Their defense is like, hey, I'm gonna take this chord progression and play every song.
Yeah.
No, you're describing an Ed Sheeran one.
That's what I'm literally describing. Actually, that's
crazy
the thing that I'm describing.
Good.
Yeah. You guys are on it. Guys,
That's
it's
so
the Monday
perfect.
of Mondays. I feel like our energy right now is just showing that, but it's the first Monday of the year.
It is.
Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Do you
Happy
have
New Year.
any
Nope.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Nah, not really.
No? Yeah.
Nope. Why?
Just to be fearless.
Just to be fearless. I just want to be afraid.
Man,
Zach needs to bust out that worship song. I don't want to be afraid. Make Joey sing it on repeat.
Yeah, that's like go
but
to
don't
the
do
principal's
it,
office instead of writing it on the board. 100 times. I have to sing that line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
1,000 times.
Yeah,
1,000 times. Yeah.
Fun fact: they did in that song.
Yeah. So I just have to do it once and then I'm good.
Exactly.
That's great. Yeah. Did you guys do anything for New Year's? I was in bed by 9:30.
Us too. We drove on.
I'm 23 years old.
New Year's Eve.
Nice.
Because you weren't at the. I was at the party that you were supposed to be at, and you weren't there because you were driving.
Oh, I don't know that we were supposed to be there, but
You were invited.
we were invited. Yeah.
We had a few friends over because our boys wanted to invite a couple of their friends over because they wanted to watch the finale of Stranger Things. So, yeah. So that was our New Year's Eve.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then because our kids are teenagers, we stayed up till midnight,
did
and it
stay
was
up.
so fun.
I bet it was fun.
So fun.
Your
I
kids
loved
stayed
it.
up till. How are you being sarcastic?
I was like, well,
getting hints
it's
that you're being
12:01. Let's go to bed.
Yeah, I talked to somebody else who is a little bit older than me,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Yeah, we stayed till midnight, but it was like 12:01, and we were like walking out the door."
Yeah, exactly.
They were like coats on, and then they were walking out the door. I don't know if that's I think that may just be a cultural thing rather than a age thing.
Like staying
But age definitely supports that
I'm
move.
just saying.
Our
in
friends who
Jewish
came-
culture, the New Year starts that night.
Yeah.
When the sun goes down.
Oh,
Our friends
I
who
love that.
came
That'd be
over
nice.
all have younger kids, and so they were
Yeah.
each leaving a little earlier.
Yeah.
You know? So
I mean, and that was our thing too. Like, do we
Mhm.
let the kids stay up? Do we stay
Yeah.
up? And we
Yeah.
were just like, we've been driving all day.
because Abel's there, Lucas
Yeah.
is maybe there.
Yeah, I mean, they would stay up till midnight.
Riley
Yeah.
is
They would
should
just-
not be there.
Yeah. They would do it, but
Yeah.
they would hate it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they wouldn't know why.
Abel would think it was the biggest thing ever right now.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's fun.
but really, like, it's probably rare that we stay up till midnight.
Oh,
Anyways.
we never do.
So
Once a year.
yeah.
I think I stayed up last year.
Mm-hmm.
I was at my parents' house.
Yeah.
Then my dad got married my parents got married on New Year's Day.
Why not?
Lots of reasons. The big one is that it's the biggest college football day of the year.
Who cares about college football?
My dad.
Why'd he do that to himself?
I think
He
we
did-
think
he-
it
it's
was
this is
It
his
was a
fault.
romantic
it
sacrifice
was
for a young man,
romantic sacrifice for a young man. Yeah.
forgetting that he'd have to celebrate it every year.
Yeah. So now we love it because they actually love it now because their tradition is to go to Buffalo Wild Wings
Yeah.
because my mom loves the food
Yeah.
and my dad loves the games.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wings
So
sound
they'll
good,
go
to be
for
fair.
the whole day.
So, like in a relationship, you have to find those things
Yeah.
Yeah.
and maybe make concessions,
Yeah.
and not in an unhealthy way, but like, hey, let's make this work, and we're growing together.
And to be fair, like, we don't always, of course, they have a holiday on their anniversary. I was going to say,
Yeah.
we don't always celebrate our anniversary on the day of because
For sure.
it's a random day of the week.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
But theirs is a holiday, so I guess they could.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So,
If they would have chosen one of the ones that shifts, then
yeah, like
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
Boy, that
Why?
somebody's
Thanksgiving,
done
all
that.
your family's there. Married,
But it
I'm
would
getting
shift.
That
married
sounds
on
like Thanksgiving.
It would shift.
Uh,
They're already going to be here
but-
anyways.
But
Yeah.
is that what you want to celebrate?
I don't want to share my.
Especially if
I
you're
don't
the
want
one
to share
hosting.
my
It'd be
holiday.
different if you're not hosting.
If you're the one
Right.
getting married, that seems like a great Thanksgiving. Like everybody
I
cooks
think so,
you the
too.
turkey, and
But
then
the
you
year-
get
And then-
married,
and
But
then you
every
go on a
year,
honeymoon.
every
honeymoon.
year later.
Well, but that
But it changes.
the next year it's a different date.
Not always though.
Yeah, so like once
Sometimes
every
it'll
7
come
years or
back.
something.
It'll come back
Yeah, it'd be fine.
once every.
Yeah, but your
know how
family.
that works.
Here's the
I
thing:
feel
you
like
would
my
get
birthday's
I feel
only
like
on
you would
3
get out
days
of it.
the
Leap year, something
like
weird.
like if
Calendars.
Thanksgiving came back
Julian.
and it was your anniversary, but it
Gregorian.
only happened every 11 years, right? Because the calendar's the same every 11 years.
Oh, okay.
So if
every 11 years.
so if it only happened every 11
Wait,
years,
how does that work? Because it's 7 days in a week.
I think it's because of like leap year messes with it.
Yeah, Gregorian, Julian,
Yeah, yeah. Dorian,
Mixolydian,
Fergian.
Fergian.
Anyway, like
Oh
I
man.
feel like if it's like
okay, if
every
you're laughing at us in the comments, you got to let us know.
every
This
10
is
or
great.
11 years,
So sorry.
like you could just tell your family like, hey, we can't come this year because it's on our anniversary. We're going to go on this trip instead, and they'd be okay with that.
Yeah, it builds in an excuse. That's
It
great.
might be the move.
Yeah.
If you're ever thinking,
You thinking
know,
that?
Yeah.
No, I'm good. Let me know.
Yeah, let Joey know in
when
the
you
comments.
when you marry somebody on Thanksgiving,
Yeah,
you
I'll
let me know how
I'll
it
text
goes.
you. I'll text
Yeah,
you.
text me how it goes.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So, do you guys feel charged up with the new year, or do you guys feel tired?
I feel good, but I just had
I-
a lot of time off.
This is
Me
how I feel.
too.
I feel like, like when you wake up from a nap. That's the feeling I get.
Like super drowsy and like not
like
awake.
a little drowsy, but you're like, I know I'm about to wake up and be able to do so much because I took a
Mhm.
nap today.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we had all a week off.
I see
and
what
so,
you're saying. You took
like,
a long,
my
long nap.
body is getting up. It's a Monday. I have
Yeah.
to, you have to get back to work. Our students, is today the first day of school?
Yeah.
It is.
So they're also feeling that. So,
my kids were not excited about that.
yeah. I did not.
My kids did okay this
Our
morning.
Sunday school
I was
class
scared.
yesterday did not get the vibe that people were excited.
No.
So
were you ever excited for I get to go back to school?
sometimes.
I mean, the first day
Yeah.
after summer, maybe for a
Yeah.
week.
Yeah, no.
Maybe the last week before Christmas break, the last week before summer break. Those were great weeks.
I found out that we had when I was a kid, we did some weird summer school schedule, but it was like continuous learning calendar.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard of this before?
Not really.
We started in July.
Oh, weird.
And it was in Tulsa, and I think it was only for a couple years because then once I made it to 6th grade, I don't think we did it anymore.
Weird.
But I don't remember doing it.
Huh.
I think my parents maybe were just like, time to go to school.
A lot of school districts, like smaller school districts, are going to more calendars like that because
Yeah.
they're going to 4 days a week.
Yeah. So longer in.
Yeah.
I mean, my critique of the school system for a long time has just been you do this long build up to finals and then nothing.
Yeah.
And then your discipline goes zero.
I kind of love it.
Yeah,
though.
but I
think if there's some good things about it, but your discipline goes zero and then you have to figure everything out again.
Yeah, but
And-
in our school growing up, we had the big ECATs or whatever the state testing was. We never really had finals.
Yeah.
Especially not in middle school, in elementary school.
We did not in elementary.
So we would have 2 weeks left after those big tests.
Oh, really?
And you have to get
You're like,
everything
what do you
done.
do?
And it's
Yeah.
what am I supposed to be doing right now?
Yeah.
There's nothing to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm killing time because the government says I have to be here.
It's kind of like the weird high schools where the seniors have graduation, but then they still
Yes.
have days left.
Yeah.
And it's like
They
okay,
withhold your
every high
diploma.
but I'm not showing up though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what's
I mean,
the
our
point?
school, I'm pretty sure they would hold your diploma
Oh, really?
and make you come to those days. of
That's
school.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of love the summer break thing. It was weird to me when we moved here because summer school's huge here, I feel like. And
Well, Ezra went 1 year, right?
Ezra's gone 2 years. And
I was like, he's gonna find out.
which we allow it. We don't encourage it, but if he wanted to go, so we were like,
Yeah.
well, you can if you want.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, this is actually terrible.
So he wanted to go?
Yeah, because
Well,
he was
they do
hearing,
activities
my
and-
friends are there and we
Yeah.
do some fun things, but he
Yeah.
also wasn't hearing my teachers are there. We don't do as much fun as it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that there is something good about summer school, especially for a teacher. The
Yeah.
teachers, you'd have to do 4 days probably to do all
I
year.
mean, you had to
Yeah.
get paid.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
No,
get paid during
no,
the summer?
the teachers getting the break, that's good for them, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're-
yeah,
but-
yeah.
But I think setting up a realistic expectation of life
Yeah.
is not what school is.
No, but
So,
But
it's okay.
that's okay
It's
because
not the worst thing.
So school was originally started to train people for factory jobs, and it really hasn't shifted since then.
Yeah.
But
But factory jobs are all year.
factory
And
they
sometimes
are
on holidays.
but farming jobs are in the summer, and so it was this combination of we need to train people to
Yeah.
work at factories, but
Yeah.
people still work at farms, and so we have to let them have their
That's
kids
true.
back. To
That's
do that
what
work.
it is. You're right.
And then schools never shifted away from
Yeah.
that. It's still training kids to work at factories, and it's
Yeah.
still letting them off in the summer to help at the farm.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
never
interesting.
shifted.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
but I like it because I feel like my kids, they can't work because they shouldn't, and so I think I'm pro them having a 3-month chunk off.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise, if they went all year, I feel like the school day would get shorter. That's harder on people who do actually work
That's true too.
than
Yeah.
finding childcare for 2.5 consecutive months.
Also, it's
Yeah.
just-
Yeah.
It's
So
good for the rhythm of the students too.
Yeah.
They don't have they get burned out so much easier. And
Yeah.
So much faster. So makes sense.
yeah, in 2 weeks off at Christmas, I'm glad they get that.
Yeah.
That's
I-
great. And
Yeah.
more and more employers like we shut down that week, but also
Yeah.
Carfax shuts down that
Yep.
week.
Oh,
Alpha
wow.
MSTA shuts down
Yeah.
that week.
Yeah.
More and more employers shut down between Christmas and
B&H
New Year's.
Photo shuts down for Jewish holidays.
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
And that's really I like that. It's annoying when you're trying to order something during that holiday.
but that's their faith,
Yeah.
so
But
they
it's
should.
and so I am always like, "Ugh, I want to order this right now, but then it's like, yeah, but I respect your decision.
Yeah.
I never am like, you made a bad choice, and so I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So cool.
Let's go back to this fearless conversation.
Yes.
Because we started this. We kicked the year off yesterday, and for the past couple of years, probably 3 years, 2 years
Since
at least.
I've been here.
I would say 3 years. We've kind of kicked off the year with a word or like with a thought.
Yeah.
And so
Last year was love better.
that was 2 years ago,
Oh, my.
and then last year was anticipation.
Oh yeah.
And then so this year is fearless.
Yes.
And hey, Mike, good morning. And so we kind of kicked off the year with this word fearless, and so the first series this year is coming out of the book of Joshua. It's not through the entire book. Like we're going to cross the river together and then kind of stop. Is kind of the flow of this series, but it's this idea of like, man, if you read Joshua, there is so much in front of them, and honestly, a lot of baggage behind them about what exists in front of them. Like, there's so much happening that God,
Weird place to be in.
yeah. And so there's this constant refrain: be strong and be courageous. Be strong and be courageous. Be strong and be courageous. That's like the idea that exists there. Do not be afraid. Like that's said over and over again. And so it felt like the perfect thing to kind of kick this off. Now we're going to explore fearlessness a lot this year, and it's going to come up in a lot of ways over the course of the year. But these first few weeks, I just feel like are a really powerful opportunity to help people see what it looks like to embody the concept of fearless obedience, even when I'm scared.
Yeah.
We have a culture of fear, not even just like the article that you looked up.
Yeah.
But like we just have a lot of
Everything.
fear because we know a lot of stuff.
Everything.
Yeah.
We can see a lot of things happening around us that some people have argued we shouldn't be able to see.
Yeah.
Just like the one example recently was like the Charlie Kirk thing had really good video coverage.
Yeah.
And I was
don't
with
wanna see
somebody.
that.
I don't want to either. And
Yeah.
I didn't, but I was with someone and they pulled it up and then they're like, yeah, don't watch that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that's all I need to know.
Why would I?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't need to be afraid of that.
Why?
Yeah.
What part of me wants to be curious about that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think, we have this like unhealthy, and I said it yesterday, and I truly believe it's true. We are a culture that is being discipled by fear. Like that is the biggest discipler in our culture, which is why our nation is so incredibly divided. We're afraid of each other. Like we're afraid of different thoughts. We're afraid of
Pushback?
Yeah, we're
Any
afraid
pushback?
of different cultures. We're just afraid of each other, and we've got to work past. We got to work past the fear.
Yeah.
Like we as Christians have to be people who stand outside of that or who move beyond that.
When I was a kid, I lived in Tulsa, and I didn't live in like the best part of town.
Yeah,
But it's funny, like stuff would happen like that.
Yeah.
You didn't want it to happen. But I don't ever remember. I remember like walking to the grocery store, and maybe it was like childlike,
yeah,
No.
like lack of fear, like to the far side of a pendulum swing. But I don't ever remember being like afraid walking around,
yeah,
despite the type of people that were walking around.
right.
And then it's been strange because, as I've gotten older, like we don't live in that same type of area
Yeah,
anymore here in Jeff City. And, but I went back to Oklahoma, for holiday, and we were in a couple places where I was like, I haven't seen this in a while.
yeah,
And it was a little bit strange, and it was a weird fear feeling that I know that I haven't been afraid of in the past.
yeah.
And that's a strange,
It is.
that's a weird thing.
It is.
But it was a good reminder, like, I was like, I'm feeling a little bit afraid because of the unknown.
Yeah.
But then I was like, but I've been here before, and not everyone's just going to try to go attack you or whatever. Like
Right.
what am I afraid of? I don't even know. So
Someone after a service yesterday came up to me and they were talking about, COVID caused a lot of people to do stockpiles, and we stockpiled for a minute. Like
Yeah.
and our stockpile was very minor. It was
toilet
like
paper.
No, it was like a case of green beans, a case of corn. Like,
Sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? And we would just filter through it,
Yeah.
like grocery store stock.
Yeah.
You know. It was very, very minor. But COVID did that to people. Like you
Yeah.
wanted to know, like, hey, if there was a couple of days I couldn't get groceries, we'll be fine. Type of a situation. Well, this person stockpiled. They called it their insurance policy. And so, which I thought was a very interesting statement.
Yeah.
And so they realized that their stockpile had all expired. And so they were talking to me about that, and they said I was praying about it, and God was like, well, you call this insurance, you pay an insurance company money every month, and if you don't use it, you don't get it back. Like that's money you pay them and you don't ever get it back. And so they felt like they were released from the stockpile, just threw it away.
Whoa. Wow.
And like it's okay that this has all gone bad. This was my insurance for the season and I can get rid of it now.
That feels like maybe you could go too far pretty easily with that at the initial, but it feels like the right way to approach that.
Yeah.
Like I see this need, and even with like Joseph, they prepared for the 7 years of plenty for the 7 years of famine. But do you think they just kept stockpiling after that? They probably regulated.
There's wisdom. There's wisdom in a certain number of reserves. Jesus says the foolish man is the man who expands his storehouses, not necessarily the one who has them.
Yeah,
right?
Sure. Yeah.
And so I think there's wisdom in having some sort of a reserve on hand of specific things, especially if you're in national leadership. Like we should have reserves of certain things.
That would be nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think that we can take that when fear is my motivator of that and not wisdom.
Yeah.
Those are different things.
Or if it just completely takes over.
Yeah, because wisdom says we're going to have a year where corn production's low, so we probably should have some corn on hand for cattle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Fear says we're going to run out of corn forever, so I better keep all I get.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yep. Stop your forward movement.
Yeah.
Because fear makes you stop.
And the thing is, though, it can be such a fine line because I'm sure most of the people who are living in that fear would tell you that they're living in wisdom.
Yeah.
And I think that's
an interesting caveat.
It's such a it is such a fine line because it's so culturally entangled.
Yeah.
That it just for a lot of people is the way of life.
Yeah.
And fear is so integrated into mental health issues.
Oh yeah.
Like it's
the
issue, and so like it's just an interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, I was reading Job this morning, and
fun.
and so Job talks about like the inability to get out. Like all I want to do is sleep. Like I don't want to get out of bed, and like all of those things, And of course, like he had this major traumatic event, and so like depression is sitting in there as well. But there's fear behind a lot of what he's saying. He's afraid of God after everything that happens to him. Like that's a huge thing.
Especially his friends are.
Yeah, Well, his friends are weird.
Yeah,
but they're doing the best they can.
They're doing the best they can.
Also
bless their hearts.
Bless their hearts. I do I think the best things as friends do. The best thing as friends do is the first thing they do. Like they sit with him for a week and don't say anything.
Yeah.
They probably should have just stuck to that.
Even though Job's like, why did you come here? Why did you sit with me if now you're just going to insult me? Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like they did have care for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just the decision what to do is like, just forsake God.
Jeez.
Yeah. Forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Man, yeah.
That puts you in
I think the
fearful.
biggest thing that I took away that just kind of sat with me is when you said the refrain that we're addicted to fear.
Yeah.
And I do think so because it provides so much emotional stimulation.
Yeah.
That it's hard to get away from, and especially for stuff like what we saw this morning on your feed, like it sells.
Yeah.
It's sells almost as much, if not more, than sex.
Yeah.
Well, there's urgency too, and the urgency of that is like, I got to figure out what I'm supposed to do so I don't get sick. Or
and I thought about this, and I was thinking about timelines because it's 2026 now.
Yep. That's true.
And I thought about the fact that where was I 10 years ago?
Yep.
Trump got elected.
Okay.
That year.
16,
right?
Okay.
I was a freshman in high school.
Okay. Yep.
Right? So I feel like I'm at a point in all of the people that I minister to, we're all at a point where cultural fear is like all we've known. It feels like it feels like we've come into this like era, because even back then there was so much, fear of the election cycle and all sorts of stuff, and so I was like, man, this has been 10 years.
Oh, it's been way more than that.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, probably longer than even this, but like I remember the World Trade Center.
Yeah.
I don't even know if to call it a bombing, but whatever you call that, just that drove a lot of fear into people. Like,
well, I mean, you even take, so like I'm the Columbine generation, right?
Yeah.
I remember that too.
Yeah, and so like, out of necessity in some ways, like that transitioned even schools to lockdown, like like, and somewhat out of necessity, somewhat out of reaction. But that happened. So like I remember like literal chains on doors at school. You know what I mean? Like you can't use these doors. You can only use these doors. And
it wasn't so weird to me
now, but
it wasn't so weird to me. But having like an officer around, I don't know how long they had that, just because that's what we had. But it was a little bit like, oh, there's someone with a gun in here.
Now it's standard.
Now it's totally standard.
Yeah, and so it is a thing. I think about like, and we're not a news source. We never do the news.
No.
It's why I love the pour over. I love that's particular news source is so good.
I started reading it.
It's so good.
Last couple of weeks.
Because they do report what's happening, but they also are like, but you don't really have to be afraid of this. Like this is just what's happening.
Yeah.
And there's bigger things, and so they contextualize everything like under the fact that like God is real.
Oh yeah. That's a big deal.
Yeah, and so that's why I really like it. But I think about like Columbia the past couple of days have had some pretty serious shootings, like and things like that. Like, and why do those things get so many clicks? Like why, in the way that those things are reported, and then you go to the comments and it's even more people like with more fear. But people love to
That's where they live too.
And people love to dive the comments. You know what I mean? Because we're just so addicted to fear. Like I just want to see what people have to say about this. And it's just wild. And so we need to be people who rise above that. Yeah. And I think if we rise above that, like you think about just the core values of Capital West, right? Grace is really a fearless endeavor. Like
it really is.
Yeah. Like
you mean it requires you to be fearless?
Yeah, you have to be fearless to show the kind of grace that we talk about on a Sunday. Like we don't care what happened last night. Your next step is the one that matters. Like that's fearless.
That's a lot of heavy conversations too.
Yeah.
Or heavy situations.
Momentum is a fearless thing. Like you were called to go. You weren't called to sit. You were called to keep forward, keep moving forward. Like that's a really, really a fearless endeavor. To be joyful in a world that's afraid, that shows fearlessness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice is fearless. Connecting with other people in a meaningful way, that's a fearless thing to do.
Vulnerability.
Yeah, like you think about our core values. So if we're going to do that, like if that's who we're going to be, then we have to be people who are obedient even when we're scared. We have to be fearless enough to do that. And so that's where this is all coming in.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking about, I was talking about one day, like the angel says, do not be afraid, for I bring you good news of great joy.
Yeah.
That will be for all the people.
Yeah.
And like, it was like a few Sundays ago, during Christmas season, obviously. But just like connected that to, like, what are you guys afraid of? And not even thinking about, I don't think I even knew at that moment that we were going into a kind of a fearless series, but that just hit me in the moment at the same time that I was like telling it to people, like, man, what are we afraid of? And like, because Jesus came and did what he did, he came to the earth so that we could not be afraid.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
Well, and I like the way you phrased the positive, like, of what we to do instead. It's not about having less feelings of fear.
Yeah.
Because that's really hard to control.
You're gonna
especially
have fear.
in our culture.
Yeah.
but it's not letting that change your obedience.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing too, is like, because I think about people who act out of fear and call it obedience.
Yes.
Even though the obedience that they were called to is completely changed because of their fear.
Yeah.
Realizing, hey, what are my actions are based on fear, and what are my actions that are based on obedience?
Right.
And how can I live differently out of that? I love I think Joshua is always a great place to start
so
off
good.
in fear, because like, I mean, I haven't sat down and done the counting, but I've heard people say that do not be afraid is the biggest, is the most repeated command in Scripture.
I'm sure it is.
And it's most often repeated with the refrain, which is at the end of Joshua, for I am with you. Yeah. You know, and God's presence. And I think we're going through that a little bit this series. But like, I think that like dwelling in God changes a lot of your perspective.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe if I were to have one New Year's resolution, that would be mine, is just to dwell in his presence more. Because
well, and his presence was a huge theme yesterday, right? You know, in just the idea that like he wants to go with us. It really doesn't matter if you have what it takes. It doesn't really matter if you are enough. It really doesn't matter if you are strong. Like those things don't matter, because what really matters is the one who's with you. So go, you know, like you can have confidence in him even if you don't have competence in yourself. You know, and that's a big thing.
That's the big Christmas time, like peace.
Yeah,
is like Emmanuel, God with us. And I don't know, that's almost like communion. Like we need that reminder every week. Yeah. And I mean, we take it every week, and not every church does, but I think that's why we need that every week, because it takes us 1 day, 2 days to kind of lose track of things. And I mean, on Sunday you're scrolling again. So like, not that that's inherently bad, but that's an easy avenue back to fear. Yeah. And so every Sunday we're going to take communion, because
I mean, it's I was thinking about this yesterday because of the one moment in the sermon, which I'm not going to spoil. You can go watch it if you want to hear it, but
I'm going to link it.
I was thinking this yesterday, like it's entirely possible someone rolled into our sermon yesterday because they were too depressed to get out of bed. You know what I mean? Like, like that's entirely possible. And it may be someone we do know, it may be someone we don't know. And there's no shade on anybody who's in that situation. By the way, depression is real and it's hard, and I hope that you find help if that's where you're at. But that's an entirely possible reality. In fact, I kind of hope that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think, you know, we're entering in the months where depression is the highest and suicide rates are the highest, and I think it's a good thing to remind ourselves of. Yeah. And I think fear could be a lot of that. And that's not just fear like something bad's going to happen. It could be the fear of being alone. It could be the fear of what other people think of you. It could be, you know, any of that, you know, but that shouldn't stop us from being connected, from being obedient, from, you know, being willing to trust God with what we don't have. Yeah. You know, or with what we want.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's good. I'm excited. So this coming week, I'm up, and then in 2 weeks, Heber Mena is up. And so he's gonna come and preach. If you don't know Eber, he is a part of the John Maxwell team. He does a thing in town called Live to Lead, and so he's going to talk a little bit. Which
we'll have here at this church.
Yeah, we're going to have here. We're
is it at the event center or in the main building?
It's in the main building. Yeah, it's in the main building. He's kind of rented us out for that. And so it's going to be good. And so excited for that as well, and to hear what he has to say, and then go from there. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we probably didn't get to staff meeting.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Have a great Monday.
Bye-bye.